Dakar is the ultimate test of human endurance. Everything is meant to be a challenge.
It's a massive adventure, and I think that it's the most challenging off-road race in the world.
And it is the pinnacle of off-road racing.
Don't think you're ready for it, because no matter how ready you are, you're not ready for it.
Why would anyone participate in the Dakar Rally? Sometimes I ask myself that when I'm out there.
Anybody that shows up to this race is not mentally okay.
The Dakar Rally is equivalent to racing off-road from Los Angeles, California to New York and back, all with a paper scroll map.
You have 15 days of competition.
They throw every terrain at you, every weather condition. You're racing for 8 hours a day at the minimum.
It's the biggest form of racing, I think, in the world.
To do the Dakar, that means that you have overcame any challenge thrown in your direction. You conquered something that is the toughest thing you can do in an off-road vehicle.
And I feel like American people, we have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder because there's not a lot of us Americans that have came over here and done well, like Seth, myself, Skyler, Sara, Ricky, obviously. We want to come over here and show the world that Americans have very good drivers and motorcycle riders.
Maybe it's just the characteristics that we have, but man, we don't give up. We will not give up no matter what it is.
My dream is for more Americans wanting to go race this race. It's the most epic experience you'll have in your life.
If you want to be one of the best off-road racers in the world, then the Dakar Rally is something that you're going to have to do.
Welcome to Rip and Dip.
Rip and Dip Rally headquarters.
We are at our new shop. So my dream has been to have a shop, and then when me and Ricky met, we both were on the same page. And yeah, we hope to use this facility for people to kind of come and get to experience American off-road and get to see what we enjoy so much.
Almost.
So Ricky is my boyfriend, also the first American to win the Dakar Rally.
That's how you do it! Oh, buddy!
I raced Dakar this last year for the very first time in a category that was well known as T4 and now is a side-by-side. The third female in history to win a Dakar stage, and then the first American female to win a Dakar stage. It's just mind-blowing. That's crazy. It was pretty awesome to get to share my first Dakar experience with him and also see him win for the second time.
Number 9, Ricky Brabec.
Yeah, pretty cool. Dakar runs in our household pretty heavily.
The Dakar is definitely something special. I don't know what it is, but you get into it and then next thing you know, you're home and you're bored in a way. Once this is done, I think we can stop growing gray hairs for a little bit and then we can go move on to the house.
Ricky always says, I like my plate very full.
Yep.
But I think he kind of does too.
Nope.
But he doesn't like what comes with
My
having the plate full.
I like my plate to be riding, racing, and training. That's all. And dessert. Dessert over dinner. You know, once you go to the Dakar one time, I think you catch the Dakar bug and you're always thinking about Dakar. You're dreaming of Dakar. You're working for Dakar every single day. In my life, at least, is working towards the next Dakar. Yeah, you know, the Dakar trophies are definitely something special. You know, the trophies that we can, gain here in America are fairly cool. Yeah, these ones are just, I think, more meaningful to me. It's part of history, so it's definitely something I'm gonna take to the grave with me. The first time I heard about the Dakar Rally, I was at a young age, and it was always something that we watched on television every year.
When I was young, my daddy said,
seeing it on TV every once in a while and then hearing other people talk about it. It wasn't really the biggest thing in America, but I had always been so involved and wanted to be around rally so bad that it caught my eye pretty quickly at a young age.
I remember people like Mark Miller and Robby Gordon, and they had some success, but no American had really won it before. So that was really a motivator for me, is to come over and try to win the Dakar and be one of the first Americans to do that.
As soon as I started racing rally, this is the type of racing that I've always dreamed of and I wanted. I sold every possession that I ever had, and I put 100% of my money to race that race, because to me it's like the most valuable experience and it's the most epic adventure you could possibly have.
Did I ever think I'd be there? No, definitely didn't think I'd be at the Dakar Rally or in the Dakar Rally, and now here I am 10 years later living my dream, and we're gonna keep doing this for as long as we can.
Life will never be the same after you race the Dakar Rally. That is a true testament. I am a living fact to that. All I can think about now is racing the Dakar Rally, because you are never gonna be able to perfect it.
It's always different and it's always new. The unique thing with the rally is we go by the road book, so it always, keeps you on your toes, and I think that's the best part about rally is you're always thinking and you're not just riding.
So this is our road book. The road book is basically your directions across the desert. We get this road book 25 minutes before we start, so not much time to pre-run, your road book. At the end of the day, it's all about the adventure, and things like this make riding and racing interesting.
Riding the bike is the easy part. It's the navigating that's the more difficult part.
You're gonna go cap 80 and 100 meters.
Navigation at Dakar is by far the gnarliest thing about the race. I mean, you can go as fast as you want, but if that guy in your right seat isn't good and you guys aren't working together, then you ain't getting anywhere.
It does not matter how fast you are. You can be the fastest rider or driver in the world going the wrong direction.
In Saudi Arabia, there's so much area, there's so many roads, there's so many places to go.
You don't want to be lost.
We're all racing against each other, but the ultimate goal is to beat the desert.
The Saudi desert is wild. All the features are big, all the features are sharp.
But the dunes are triple the size of anything we have in the US. The drops are way scarier, the rocks are way sharper.
The terrain is, of course, beautiful to look at, but it's unforgiving. It's hard on the machine, it's hard on the mind. You have animals, there's other racers, there's weather, Mother Nature. It's incredibly challenging.
Every day is putting the pieces together and making it happen and having a clean day, and you have no idea where you're even going when you're doing that.
You can't see anything.
One thing that the Dakar will teach you is that it's in charge. You are not in charge. It will throw everything that it possibly can at you, and what you have to do is be able to take it, recover, and keep moving forward step by step.
But no, Dakar Rally is for sure one of those rallies that'll beat you down to your last thread and then build you right back up at the end of it.
You're not only put through the ringer physically, but you're put through it emotionally, mentally.
Pretty heartbroken right now, for sure. Oh, we just ran out of tires today and had to ride on wheels for 50K. Now we just got to make it back.
And you have to figure out how to keep coming back.
It's really just a never say die attitude. I mean, whatever you can do to get to that finish line, you're gonna do it, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hurt you are, no matter anything.
It's looking at every single day and finishing it and getting back to the bivouac and finding that success, because that's one more day you just knocked off.
The bivouac is our home, basically, for 2 weeks.
The bivouac at the Dakar is really a mini city, and it moves from place to place everywhere we go.
The bivouac is basically the Dakar city that moves with the rally the entire time, where you stage every single morning and every single night.
The spirit in the bivouac is one of the reasons why rally is my favorite sport. Everyone in the sport of rally is out there for each other.
It's a giant family. We're all from different corners of the world and come from different backgrounds, but for some reason, everybody that does these types of rallies has each other's back, and it wants to see everybody make it to the end of every day.
We all know that we're out there with each other. And so if there's any problems, another rider has either a crash or a mechanical issue, it is the first thing in our brain is to stop and help the other person. And I think that's the biggest difference between rally and another sport is even though our rivalry might be strong and we want to win, what is more important to us is each other.
You know that everyone there is absolutely in it for the right reasons, and they're there to try to challenge themselves. They're there to try to endure something in their life that is life-changing. And you can just feel it. Everyone just has this Dakar spirit about them that makes it so special.
I was willing to give up my entire life to compete in the Dakar. Now I know that when I look back on my life, I can say I did everything I possibly could. I sacrificed it all and I worked as hard as possible and I gave it my 100%. And yeah, to me, the Dakar is worth that.
The things that Dakar teaches you is second to none. I feel like it's changed me as a character, changed me as a person, built me into who I am today.
It's definitely the hardest, it's really brutal, but at the end when you cross the finish line, all of it is worth it because it's one of the best feelings in the world.
After my first Dakar, I am definitely on a mission to return, but the goal is to go back, and this time I want to shoot for the win.
Life will never be the same after you're done competing, for sure. It's in my blood, it's what I live for now. So I'm gonna just keep racing Dakar and get as many wins as I can, and we'll see what the future holds. But for now, yeah, we're gonna be on two wheels and we're gonna live the Dakar dream for as long as I live, I would say.
So the best advice I can give you to get to the Dakar Rally is just do it. I made a pact with myself this last year that I'm going to Dakar, nothing's going to stop me, and I did everything possible to make that happen. I worked hard on sponsorship, I had fundraisers, I had family and friends, and anyone possible come and be involved in my journey to Dakar to make it happen. So that's my number one advice, is just go for it.
I think my advice is don't stop. If this is your goal and your dream and you know you can make it, keep pushing.
It's something unique and something special that you can't just explain to everyone. They just have to suck it up and live it for the 2 weeks. Once you do it, you live it, and once you live it, you can't live without it.